You might not be surprised that a 2023 McKinsey Global Payments report found that cash usage is quickly declining. And you might actually be surprised to learn that electronic payments have tripled in the last 5 years. My name is Micaiah, and I'm from Chargent. If you're a Salesforce admin or a consultant looking to master payments, then you are in the right place. I believe that this stat tells us something. It tells us that customers are ditching traditional payment methods like cash in favor of more convenient digital options. If you want to stay in business, accommodating digital payments, it's really the least you can do. So this brings us to answering the question that you're here for, which is, what's the difference between the payment gateway and the payment processor? And the simple difference between payment gateways and payment processors is that when a customer pays you for a product or service via a card or other digital method, the payment processor moves the money from the bank account of the consumer into your bank account. And while the payment gateway, it's responsible to facilitate the approval of that e-commerce transaction. To give you a more detailed explanation, think of them as two services rather than two different companies. And while some companies only specialize in one service, at this point, most do offer both. One great example is Stripe, which offers both payment processing and gateway services. Looking at the roles and functions of each is also important to help you differentiate between the two. And before we move on, one important thing you should know is that you can reduce your accounts receivables and your collections challenges in Salesforce using Chargent. Learn how Chargent can make your payments configurable and automated, saving you time and money. I want you to download the checklist using the link in the description of this video right now. As I've mentioned, a payment processor moves money from the consumer's account to the merchant's bank account. It facilitates both offline and online transactions, and it provides credit card terminals or point-of-sale systems. For example, when a customer makes a purchase, the payment processor verifies the transaction through the point-of-sale terminal using EMV chips and customer approval, and then it communicates the transaction details to the issuing and acquiring banks to complete the transaction. A payment gateway, on the other hand, acts as a secure, encrypted connection for online payments. Think of it as a virtual point-of-sale terminal that authenticates digital payment requests. It forwards the payment information to the payment processor and transmits transaction data between merchant and customer banks. The gateway also communicates the success or failure back to the customer. So when it comes to choosing a payment gateway and payment processor, you have two main options. You can either go the standalone payment gateway route with things like Authorize.net, CyberSource, USAE Pay, which provide services focused primarily on securing transaction processing, and integrated services like WorldPay, PayPal, Stripe, which offer both of the two services we've been discussing. There's several things that you should consider, including coverage, payment methods, currencies, and global reach. And the most important one is that trade-off. So for instance, while standalone gateways might come with higher fees, they also come with more control over your processes. And when you finally choose a payment gateway and processor, whether integrated or standalone, your business will experience several benefits. You will see increased revenue, a better customer experience, and better control over payment processing. At this point, you should be able to confidently answer the question, what's a payment gateway? And what is a payment processor? So if you're ready to choose a payment service that meets your needs, Chargent's going to be right here with you. At Chargent, we help facilitate payment processing right from your favorite CRM, Salesforce. Our advanced tokenization features also help you reduce processing fees and provide secure payment gateways. And last but not least, when you use Chargent, you enjoy payment process automation for optimal routing and multi-gateway tokenization to meet your business's unique needs.
If you're like most organizations, processing payments involves jumping between multiple platforms, each with its own rules and challenges. This not only complicates your workflow, but also increases the chances of errors and delays. Hi, my name is Danielle and I'm from Chargent. And today, you'll learn how to process payments directly in Salesforce by leveraging Chargent. Whether you want to send a one-time email with a Pay Now button, manage recurring subscriptions, handle installment payments, or collect weekly service fees, this video will tell you exactly what you need to know to get it done. So let's get started, and I'll take you through 7 steps to quickly get your payment processes up and running in Salesforce.
Step 1. Payment Gateway Login Credentials.
Before you begin, make sure you have your payment gateway login credentials. Keep them handy because you'll need them in just a minute.
Step 2. Install Chargent.
Next, install Chargent into your Salesforce org. To do this, head over to the Salesforce App Exchange, search for Chargent, and follow the installation instructions.
Step 3. Configure your gateway.
With Chargent installed, it's time to configure your gateway. Use the Chargent Gateway Setup Wizard to set up your gateway within Salesforce.
Step 4. Prepare payment requests.
After setting up your payment gateway, the next step is to prepare payment requests. Use the Chargent Payment Request Setup Wizard to create templates for different payment scenarios, such as one-time payments or recurring subscriptions. And while we're talking about the benefits of taking payments in Salesforce, you can learn how to lower your payment processing fees and increase productivity by downloading our Salesforce Payments checklist using the link in the description below.
Step 5. Testing.
Before going live, it is crucial to test your setup thoroughly. Run test transactions using a credit card or a sandbox environment to ensure all payment processing functions, such as authorizations and refunds, are working correctly. Check that data flows smoothly between Salesforce and your payment gateway, and review confirmation messages and email notifications for accuracy.
Step 6. Customize your setup.
Be sure to customize your setup to meet your organization's specific needs. You can do this by adjusting the payment request forms, configuring automation rules, and tailoring the process flows to align with your existing operations. Step 7.
Train your team.
Finally, make sure your team is well trained on the new system by conducting training sessions and providing them with the resources and support they need to manage payments confidently. And that's it! In just 7 steps, you've made it easier to take payments in Salesforce and improved your organization's revenue flow. My name is Danielle, and I'm from Chargent, where we are dedicated to helping you make Salesforce payments simple. And remember, download the Salesforce Payments checklist via the link in the description. And now, watch this next video for more helpful tips. And remember, at Chargent, we're always here to help.